Well, hello everybody. This is an exact replica. Wow, good morning. This is an exact replica of one that I've done before, except for the flowers might be in a different position. Link is in the description of this video so that you can watch exactly how to do it step by step. It's called Yet Another Hope Stone. So just look that up, Rachel's Rocks, Yet Another Hope Stone, and you'll see step-by-step instructions on this from start to finish. So you can see that I'm starting where I've already got the hope written on there. The flowers are drawn on with gold and everything's been cleaned up. And now I'm getting ready to dot. So while I dot, I'm going to talk. I'm going to answer some of your questions. So you can watch the video and I'll, I guess, let you into my life a little bit. So the first question is, what inspires you? What other crafts or hobbies have you done or want to do? I know you sing. What's your favorite genre to sing? What's your favorite genre to listen to? Do you write music or play instruments? Well, thank you for those questions. I am very much inspired by fellow artists of all different types of artwork, whether it's tattoos or spray painting or dots or like just the weirdest stuff you could possibly think of inspires me. It's very strange. I spend a lot of time scrolling through Pinterest and different social media sites and just boom, something will inspire me and I have to do it, or it just trails off from there. What other crafts or hobbies have you done? I do sing. I used to do a lot of bead work. I used to make like little dream catchers out of beads. Always been very creative with nails. Still obsessed with nails. Still do my own. Self-taught in every possible way that you can think of. Same with instruments. I started with a keyboard when I was a kid. Whoa. Almost forgot the recorder in school. And the clarinet. Ooh, God. I am not good with wind instruments. But yeah, I taught myself how to play guitar and I taught myself a couple of songs on the keyboard, but I haven't really stuck to that. I still love to sing though. And I'm trying to find people and get to know some people that I can possibly start singing with again. Also, I listen to and sing a variety of different things. So it's hard for me to say what's my favorite because it's literally all sorts of different kinds of music inspire me to want to start singing again. All types of artists. So I listen to everything. My son, my oldest son, who's 19, always mentions how I will dance to any kind of his music. And it's true. Like if I can hear the beat, I will dance to it. If I can get the rhythm going, I will dance to it. So it doesn't really matter what we're listening to. If I can feel the music, I'm going to move. So yeah. Next question. Do I have a P.O. box? No, I do not. But if you send me an email to this email, I will happily give you my address. Most definitely. Next question. Why haven't you signed up for America's Got Talent? Well, here's a long story for you, but I'm going to shorten it right down. I'm Canadian. So that's why I did not sign up for America's Got Talent. But I did actually audition or attempt to audition for Canadian Idol here in Canada a very long time ago. And my nerves really got to me and I did not go far. And yeah, that was a very nerve-wracking time. Let's just say. Next question. How do you resin and not get particles in it? I have a couple of resin tutorials, and in my newest one, I believe it shows you that I store my stones covered in resin on scat mat inside of a large plastic container with a lid. The scat mat is just like this stuff that you can lay down in your gardens to stop critters from jumping in to your garden. It's got like these pokey things that stick up, and I lay my rocks on those pokey things so that there's very little resin nipple. I apologize. It leaves little nipples, but I just sand those off real quick, and we're good to go. But we're not talking about nipples. We are talking about what I store them in to stop the debris. And so basically I let them sit on the scat mat, put a lid over it, store them for 10 to 12 hours, and they're good to go, usually with very little bits of debris because of the lid being on it. Always keep a lid on it. That's my best tip. The next question is, are you happy? This kind of stopped me in my tracks because that was a tough one. Still is tough now that I'm thinking about it again. Right now, I'll be honest, there's so much going on. So many people that I care about going through so much, and I feel helpless. My kids, friends, family, it's really hard for me to feel happy. I feel like everyone I know is going through something right now, including myself. And so happy is, I have glimmers, glimmers of happiness. But really I'm concentrating on being grateful for what I have and who I have in my life. I'm just being like super grateful and like realizing that I'm actually living in prayers that I had and thoughts that I had like a year ago. I'm living in those actual prayers and hopes and dreams that I had. So I feel really blessed and very grateful. And so I get glimmers of happiness, and I'm hoping that things get easier for everybody in my life, and things get easier for myself and easier for you. And then I can start to feel safer, feeling happy. You know what I mean? But right now I'm really grateful. So I hope that answers your question. The next question is, how are you doing? I know your favorite gold paint, although I don't know your middle name. I hope things are improving for you in all areas. So I kind of answered a little bit of that already. Thank you for your questions. My favorite gold paint is still going to be Mayan Gold by Folkart, of course. If gold leaf paint wasn't so toxic and carcinogenic, I would love using that. But I'll stick with Folkart. And my middle name, I will be honest with you, I don't have one. I was not blessed with a middle name. So we can all figure one out for me if you'd like. Things are always getting better. And, you know, it's all about your mindset. So that's how things are going for me. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for those questions. The next question is, how do you know how much to charge for a rock once it's painted? And do you feel compensated fairly for your work? That is a tough one or two. I never know how much to charge. I always want, you could even ask, well, don't ask him, but you could ask my husband. He would tell you that I really wanted everyone to be able to afford my stuff. That artwork shouldn't be, you know, out of reach for 90% of the population. I just felt like it should be affordable. And I wanted my rocks to be all over the world. So luckily my rocks are all over the world, and I've made them affordable enough so that that happens. And I'm very grateful for that. But at the same time, this is my income. So I do unfortunately sometimes think that I'm charging too much. And sometimes I don't think I'm charging enough. So that's hard. That's really, really tough. I just wing it, and I hope that people can afford it. That's it. Thank you for that question. The next question, are those rocks all around Lake Superior or in certain specific places? And if so, where? Thanks. The majority of the stones that you see me paint, if they're not handmade stones using the Happy Dotting Company molds and cement mixture, I get them all from around Lake Superior. And you could go in one spot and then, 2 kilometers away, the beach or along the lake is totally different. Luckily, in certain bays along Lake Superior, that's where you find some magnificent stones. Just beautiful. I mean, there are lots of spots that I've heard about that I haven't gone to, that are down south from me, and I would love to check those beaches out as well. Like there's beautiful rocks everywhere, but where I get mine are usually in little secret, like hidden bays along northern Ontario, along Lake Superior. So that's the best I can tell you. If you want to send me an email, I might be able to give you actual names and descriptions of places up here where you can start searching. I'd be happy to do that. The next question is, would you ever think of doing memorial stepping stones for people and pets? That is a fantastic idea. I do believe I have a couple of memorial stones on my channel way back. There's over 300 videos, so you'd have to search through, possibly just search Rachel's Rocks memorial stone. I'm not sure what will come up, but I know I have something in my video list. But that's something I'm going to write down, and I'm going to try to come up with some new ideas, get a little creative, and try and see what I can come up with for memorial stones. How does that sound? I'd be happy to do that. It's been a while, so I don't mind doing that. Thank you for your question. And the next question is, do you have any unfinished projects? If yes, what does it take to come back to it? I have some that, although I would like to go back to them, I've always preferred something else to do. Others I do finish. You know what? I do have a few that are unfinished, that are just sitting there, and they're beautiful already, but I know that I need to finish something with them. They collect dust. I leave them for a long time, and then all of a sudden I'll look at them and I'll feel inspired, and I'll make it into something absolutely breathtaking. But I just leave it. I trust the process. I trust my gut. There's a reason why I'm leaving it. It's going to look beautiful when I'm ready. Just leave it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about those unfinished projects unless you're never finishing a project. Then that's something you need to be a little bit more concerned about. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with leaving them and going back to them at some point. And if you don't ever feel the urge to finish it, I've left rocks like that in gardens, like just unfinished, weird looking face of my son or something. Like somebody's going to dig them up one day and they're going to be pretty frightened at what they see. Or like part of a dog's face, that just didn't turn out. They're going to flip a rock over in their backyard, and it's going to be from me. It was a practice stone. Sorry about that. But those I've left them. I've buried them, literally. But that's okay. Do what you got to do. You'll finish the ones that you're ready to finish. That's all that matters. Just keep painting, right? Thank you for your question. I think, I don't know how many more I have, but let me see here. I have one more, I believe. All right. When you think you're done painting a rock but feel you need to add something else, do it or pass without ruining the look of the rock. I am the queen of extra, of going overboard. So all I can say is, if your gut's telling you to just leave it alone, walk away for a little while, figure something else out. Don't concentrate on it for a little while. Go back to it and think about it again. If your gut's still saying, yeah, I really want to add something, go for it. This was kind of the same concept as the last question. Just go with what you feel like, you know, don't worry about it too much. If it looks fine the way it is and you're happy with it, leave it. If you're uncertain, walk away for a while, even sleep on it. Don't sleep on it, but sleep on it. And take a look at it the next morning. And you might feel completely satisfied with the way it looks, and you might not want to add anything. Or you might be like me and be like, well, I'm going to just add a little bit of chrome and some sparkle and glitter and then some Swarovski crystals, and we'll go from there. But you might not be as extra as me. So it's really up to you. And what you might think looks plain and bland and there's something that it needs, someone else might be madly in love with it just the way it is. So just do what you want. If you're happy, satisfied with it, leave it alone. Or sleep on it. But don't sleep on it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. I don't think there's any more questions right now. So I'm just going to chit chat. You've seen what I've done here many times with the chrome and the UV gel and the dots. This is such a pretty stone. Like, honestly, I really, really like making hope stones. Who the heck doesn't need a reminder to have hope? Like, I need it multiple times a day right now. So who doesn't want to see that word and be like, you know what? Tomorrow's going to be better. And if tomorrow's not better, the next day is going to be better. There's no way that it can't be. If I'm not going to smile today, I'm going to for sure be smiling tomorrow. There's so much to look forward to, and there's hope. You got to have hope. I really think that's important. So I've pretty much done all of this stuff in front of you many, many times. You guys are probably better at it than I am by now. Yeah, I'm striping my leaves. I'm going to chrome them with some powder over top of those stripes, but you're still going to be able to see the stripes. I'm going to put Swarovski crystals in the center of the flowers, which you're not going to see me do because I'm going to do that secretly, like magic. No, I'm doing it while they're covered in resin, drying in the night in their box. I call it a resin bath. I don't actually just dunk them in a bath of resin and let them sleep in it. They're soaking in their resin that I've coated them in. But yeah, and then after I've let them sit there for about 6-7 hours, I stick the Swarovski crystals on, because then they stay there for good, hopefully. The resin acts as glue and sucks them right on there. And then once they're completely dry, usually, I will say usually, they don't budge. So you guys aren't going to see that part, but I'm going to show you a couple of things that I have at my desk. And then I'm going to show you this after it's been dried and it's ready to be handled by me. Because they don't like to be handled until they're dry. But if you ever see that there's like my thumbprint, or you got like my prints on the bottom of your rock. That's because I was impatient and I needed to handle your stone. And I didn't let them dry properly. So now you permanently have my fingerprint, which is, I'm putting it out there. If I'm ever arrested for anything, I didn't do it. Someone stole my fingerprints. They peeled them off the bottom of their rock. Just know, I'm putting it out there. So I'm going to speed this up so that I can show you stuff at my desk. This is nothing that you haven't seen before. And I promise you there's a tutorial on how to do this exact stone, almost exact. The flowers are different placement and the leaves are pinstriped on this one. But other than that, everything is the same. So don't forget to check it out if you're interested in painting one just like this. But this video was more of a get to know me and just sit there and watch me paint. Listen to me making a fool out of myself for what, 20 minutes or so. Yeah, some people like that for some reason. I don't know. I'm just trying to be there for you guys because I don't know what else to do. I will have more tutorials coming out over the next week. But I just wanted to have something different this time around. So we might do this again. Let me know what you think. And we'll go from there. How about that? So I'm going to add in some video of the stuff that I have at my desk, which I'm excited to show you. And then we'll see this all shiny and sparkly. Well, here we have a beautiful 4-leaf clover that has been chromed and centered with a Swarovski crystal on dots. It's a gorgeous keychain. People who purchase my surprise boxes, they get these kinds of things along with painted rocks and stencils and sometimes paint, my handmade watercolors. They get all sorts of stuff in the surprise boxes. This is a beautiful butterfly with jelly wings. What do you think? Let me know if you like it. If you want to learn how to make those keychains or this butterfly or anything else that I show you at my desk, just leave me a note in the comments and I'll be happy to do a tutorial. I'll be happy to. This one's in my favorite color, purple. It's so cute. I love that. It's just so cute. This one, this is an example of me being extra and it working. This looks fabulous. I love it. It's got a color shifting background. It's got chrome leaves. It's got Swarovski crystals. It's got the shine of resin, 2 coats of resin. It's got dots. Oh my goodness. Let's bring it outside so you can see it in the sunlight. I actually like this one way better than the one we painted today while we were chit-chatting. And this one's going to be going into my Etsy shop today as well. But we're going to see the Hope Stone. And here it is. The sun was shining, thankfully, so I brought it outside. I still don't feel like you can see just how beautifully bright and colorful and sparkly this is. It makes me really happy, honestly. So I know it's going to make someone really happy when I put it in my shop. Look at this. Like, look at the colors, you guys. This was fun. I really enjoyed doing this. Ask questions in the comment section and I will do another video where I answer your questions. Thank you to those of you who had questions for me. Keep painting and I will see you soon. Love you.